it's that's why I love coming on your program, but it's getting to the point of being ridiculous right now. So I tweet, I'd rather save tuna than silver. You know.
Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Let me know. Good, good.
Morning.
Good morning. Doing
Morning.
great.
Good morning, everyone. Nothing like starting a Monday morning listening to Robert Kiyosaki tell us it's the end of the world, huh?
Yeah.
All right, all right. I think we got just about everybody in and just letting the last few people in. All right. How was everyone's weekend? Anybody want to share any wins? Come on, guys. I'm sure you guys got a win or two. You guys are so shy. I'm going to start picking on you guys and tell me your wins. I'm going to shake a win out of one of you.
I don't have a win, but I got fired by a text message.
Nice. How did that go?
Well, that was kind of the first. So, I'm like, well, that's the business. I still wish them their best and made myself let them know that I was available if everything did not work out. But it was actually last night. I was scheduling a follow-up meeting for today on a new build. And they said, Belinda, FYI, we have a new realtor and we are up to date where we are on the list. Due to this, we will no longer need your assistance in purchasing a new home. Sincerely.
Okay. Well, they did you a favor.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did you a
I
favor.
mean, I'm like, well, the universe was swinging in my favor anyway. So you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, let them go. If that's how they treat people, why would you want to be a part of that relationship? Don't worry about it. It's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. Well, God is good anyway. He will replace that with two other clients that are going to be better.
I saw that last night coming too. I was like, you know what? For every door that closes, such a bigger one opens, and it's always so much better.
Yeah, amen. For sure. That's the truth. That is the truth. Good morning, good morning, Raquel. Yeah, so I know Nicola has a win. Nicola, can you share your win? I think Nicola might be busy with the kids. You want me to share it for you, Nicola?
I have a second, yes.
Go for it.
So I had an open house last Saturday or Sunday, I forget which day now. And we've had training since then. And actually between then and now, I had a meeting with a lender who was just trying to tell us about some of his new product with a group of people. And I think some of you guys were there. And we talked about a lot of strategies. And one of the things that Alejandro had kind of reiterated was kind of like, no matter how much business we have and what we do, follow-up is critical. And that particularly spoke to me because I know I'm motivated at the front and I'm very excited. So I'll be in everybody's face. But the week after, I'm like humdrum. I get slow moving and I find an excuse for a lot of things where I know follow-up. So after that last meeting we had last Monday, I put it on my agenda. Let me follow with everyone that was at the open house. I want feedback. Are you submitting an offer, et cetera, et cetera. And there was one client in particular that was like, I don't know, I like it, I want to. Sold him again, sent him some more information, just the listing. That's all I had really. And he texted me tonight and said, I'm ready to submit an offer. I want to submit a full price cash offer. So I was like, is this a trick? Are you somebody looking at me somewhere? I was like, is somebody gonna pull a camera out?
Yeah, right.
So sometimes we have these buyers and they talk. So I said, sir, here's what I'm gonna need from you. I need you to send me your ID, send me proof of funds. I'll put together a contract and send it to you. He starts texting me his proof of funds. Here's a photo of this, here's a photo of that. I sent him the contract, he signed it. Well, of course the offer was accepted.
Yeah.
And I was particularly happy just because I think we have a lot of processes and systems, and if we work it, they work. And it's just a testament to working the systems and processes, and follow-up works. And that's what happens sometimes when you follow up.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's amazing, Nicola. Yeah, hard work does pay off, guys, and you just got to follow the script, and sooner or later things are going to fall in your favor. That's amazing. Good story. Anyone else?
Well, I have a loss.
Nice. Oh, loss.
Maybe
You
it's
know
a
what?
win.
Losses are more valuable than wins because we get to learn. So go ahead. So maybe we could all learn together.
Right. Okay. So this weekend I had lunch with my future mother-in-law, father-in-law, the whole family. So
Nice.
we're at a restaurant. So I'm telling everybody, hey guys, I'm thinking of getting my Pennsylvania license because my future mother-in-law, they're moving next year to this like over 60, 70, property.
Yeah.
So I had told her, hey, I could help you sell your house. This was last year. And she said, oh, but do you have a Pennsylvania license? I said, no, I don't. She said, oh, okay, well, I have somebody. I said, well, I could, we could work something out. I'll send whoever agent you want, whatever. All right. So this weekend, I'm like, hey, the system says, oh, so if we're looking to buy or sell, we'll give you a call. I'm like, yeah, when you want to sell. She's like, well, I already have my realtor. Sorry. The brother said, you could change that,
Uh-huh.
And she said, yeah, but I already told come flowers outside and everything. Me and my fiance would look at each other. We're like, I was like, okay, did you sign any paperwork with her? And she's like, no, not yet. But she came to, took some beautiful pictures of the flowers. I don't know the whole time there. I had to get up, go to the bathroom. My tears were coming out. I'm calling people. Just count to 10. I'm like, okay. I went back to the table, talking because it had the awkward moment that it lasted I thought it was like an hour, but it was a couple of seconds that it was so awkward. Yeah. And my fiance just changed the conversation to something else. We were supposed to go back to the house to have dessert and stuff. I couldn't make it inside the house, so he went inside. He said, "Hey, I apologize because we're not feeling well." We just left. He couldn't have it either. So I was like, all right. So I guess we prayed this weekend. I was like, you know what? Just let it go. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Better things will come. And that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? That too could be a blessing because family and business, it's very seldom that they work out because, if something goes the wrong way and they feel some kind of way about it, they end up thinking it's our fault. So I think that maybe that was for the best. And, hopefully it would have been nice if you could have referred someone. But then again, even if you referred someone and that person didn't do the right job, it could also have come back to bite you. So maybe in a way, this was a blessing. And it was also a lesson for you as well to, obviously not always assume that just because of family or friends are going to give you the business. I remember my first year, my own family and friends wouldn't deal with me either. Not that Sophie's in her first year, but the things sometimes they don't change. But it should light a fire under yourself just to show them, like, you know what, if they don't want to give you business, that's fine. You're going to make it without them. Either way, you're going to survive. Good job, Soph. Thanks for that story.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Good. So I want to just let you guys know real quick before we jump into the conclusion of the video with Peter Middleton that we had from last week. I don't know if you guys remember, I told you that I met a young man who ended up being the brother of a girl that I go to church with. I invited him to today's call, so he's here with us today. His name is Christian. Christian,
Hi.
you want to say hello? Just introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. How you doing?
Hi,
I'm
here.
here.
Hi,
Morning.
Christian.
Happy
We
to
heard
be
great
here.
things about you.
He's a
Oh, thanks. Hopefully nothing too bad.
No, nothing but good stuff. He's the same exact age I was when I started in real estate, so it reminds me a lot of my journey.
Yeah, I feel really lucky to have met Louis. I was getting my license this year. I just feel like, it just all was coming together.
Yeah, thank you for coming, brother. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start and continue with the video that we had from Peter Middleton. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Yeah, I got it here. For those of you who weren't on the call last week, Peter Middleton is he's a luxury agent with eXp Realty. He has over $2 billion in sales. He is sold some of the most expensive real estate in all of the entire country. And he's showing you and he's telling us a story on how he went from putting up signs for his dad, putting up lock boxes, being the runner at the office to being the one of the most prestigious agents in the entire country. So let's go ahead and continue his story.
I stayed up till 2 in the morning and I started writing.
And anybody who ever wants to get anything out of life, this is a gold nugget I'm going to give you. Write in future tense. Write out what you want to accomplish and be specific. I wrote out that day or that night, because I wrote till 3:30 in the morning. I wrote out that it was October 13th, 1996, that I gave my brother my house and packed up my car with one of my friends. I had 16 multifamilies at that time and other investments. I sold half of them off, packed my car to the brim, and set off on the road. And I remember I wrote it all out, and I said, I'm going to arrive in San Diego, November 30th, 1996, and I'm going to start from scratch. And I'm going to start my real estate career. And within 15 years, I'll own my own company. Within 20 years, I'll sell it, and I'll be one of the best realtors there. I wrote all that out. Now, the difficult part came. I went to bed, woke up 3 hours later, couldn't sleep, right? Because champions play hurt, right? And I went in and I walked into my father's office. His desk was upstairs. He had a huge wood desk, 9 million projects. I don't even know how he kept track of it. He had stacks of paper everywhere. His right-hand assistant, Sharon, was like an older sister to me. She worked for my dad for 45 years. From the time she was 18, her whole life, basically. And I walked in, I said, hey, I need to see my dad. Super important. She goes, well, he's got a full schedule. I said, just squeeze me in. She goes, okay, I'll buzz down to you. So I'm sitting there, you guys, and I'm a nervous wreck, right? I'm looking at it. I'm going, how do I present this? Because I was the heir to their real estate fortune that they built. So she says, come on up. So, okay. And I go up and I'm all nervous. And I said, I got to tell you something. And he says, what? I said, I went to this Brian Buffini event. He goes, good for you. I said, yeah, I'm finally getting trained, right? He goes, that's great. And he goes, what do you want to talk about? I only have a few minutes. I said, I'm going to San Diego. He said, hold that thought. He buzzes down. My mother just came in. He says, Ginny, come on up here. Pete's taking a vacation. I'm like, no. So she comes up and they start having a conversation like the Costanzas with me sitting there, right? And he's saying, remember we went to San Diego? Oh, it was beautiful. And she's going, oh yeah, the zoo and all this stuff. You guys loved it. We went there when you were 10 and you're going to love it. Oh, you've been working like crazy. He said, yeah, you've been working every day for the last 4 months and doing all these open houses and selling all these houses. Just take a vacation, take a couple of weeks. You're going to love it. Come back refreshed, all the stuff. I said, no. I said, you guys aren't listening. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back, ever. And they were like, wow, I didn't expect that. And they were very supportive, but I could tell they were hurt because there was nobody else in real estate. I was the legacy, right? I could have taken the easy path for you guys and made easy money. Everybody knew us in the city. We had great reputation. We were doing a lot of business. And I just said, I got to get out of here. That's not where my heart was. The average price at that time in the city of Brockton was $103,000. I had to change environments to get to where I wanted to go. I'm not suggesting for you to do that. You have ample real estate here, but you have to really look at what you're doing. Okay. And then I set sail. I went there. I was with Remax, as you can see on the screen. I interviewed all around. Remax gave me 95% and went to work there, built that up, loved Remax. Dave Linegan never gave me any stock. He never called me. I was the number 21 team in the world for Remax. Left Remax, went to Keller Williams, owned a Keller Williams Center in La Jolla, opened that up with Chris Huller, who used to be the CEO, Dave Tennant, great guys. I was in that for 5 years. Gary Keller never called me and gave me any stock. Knew all those guys. Left that, started Middleton Associates, my own boutique firm in La Jolla, just like I had written. And I sold it to Realogy 4 years later for 7 figures because I saw that brokerage was changing because I was around it my whole life, you guys. So traditional, Remax, Keller Williams, boutique, sold off to Realogy, made me a Caldwell Banker office. 5 years I had a non-compete. Loved Caldwell Banker, made great relationships. Ryan Gorin and Ryan Schneider never called me and said, Pete, you're doing a great job. Here's all the stock. That's not their setup, you guys. So in 2019, I moved my team and I over to EXP. Don't tell my parents. They're still upset I'm out here. Best move I ever did in my life. I'm not here to pitch you on that. I'm just sharing my feelings. Biggest no-brainer ever. My team's thriving there. We're doing between 175, 200 million in sales right now. And I'm really grateful for all the opportunity I've had, but I've worked my ass off to get it. I want you guys to understand that. And you have to take chances. You know, if something isn't working for you, don't blame everybody around you. Go change it. Take action. So that was kind of my story real fast. So I'm going to kind of blow through these slides because I don't want to keep you guys here too long. But so my goal, my intention is to provide the tools needed to successfully break into luxury real estate market and build a business in the industry. A lot of people ask me, how did you go from selling houses for 103,000 to selling houses for 5, 10, 20 million? All right. Watch this. This is what most people think real estate is. I love this. You're already here.
I'm sorry?
Can we ask you a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Is this a good neighborhood?
Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. A lot of families, good parks, 6 fire hydrants, but they are unavailable. They are previously claimed. They belong to some badass.
Okay, but do you think the house will hold its value?
I don't see why not. It's got a nice porch. And the yard's got plenty of room for little ones. Although that's really up to the two of you.
Hey, so sorry I'm late. Let me show you the house.
No need to. Your partner already sold us on it.
Sorry, I didn't realize they thought I was a real estate agent.
You are a real estate agent. You just don't know it yet.
What do you mean?
Look at that smile. You're a born salesman. You should come work for me.
Huh. Never thought I'd be in real estate. You think I can handle it?
Every other divorced mom at my kid's school is
I love
a realtor.
that.
I think
I
you
love
can
that.
handle it.
Because it's not far from the truth. There's a lot of competition. And a lot of people get into real estate for the wrong reasons. Think about this. Look in the mirror. You guys, we live in the greatest country ever. Right? We have freedom. We have the freedom to make money any way we want. We get to help people. Remember, you're on the top 3, food, water, shelter. But luxury is a state of mind. My environment wasn't open to luxury. The luxury housing back at that time was 300-400 grand. And I got news for you, and I'll let you in on a little secret because I told you I'd tell you the truth. It's harder to sell a $100,000 house than a $10 million house. It's harder to sell a $100,000 house than a $10 million house because it's mindset. It's a state of mind. Your clientele is different. You have to be good at asking questions, relating to them, building relationships. But most of them are pretty savvy. A lot of them are professional negotiators. That's why they have the money. And a lot of them are cheap. You just have to show your value and keep asking questions. Every question they ask, respond, ask 2 questions. Make it all about them because they all have egos, just like realtors, right? Everybody wants to be acknowledged. So luxury is a state of mind. I love that saying. Ways to break into the luxury real estate market. You have to develop a luxury listing presentation that separates you from the pack. If anybody wants my presentation, see James, he has it. I share everything. I'm not attached to anything. This is not a popularity contest. It's not where I'm going to harbor it and only use it for myself. I'll supply it to anyone. I'll supply it to my competition because I have a mindset that they'll never beat me. And if they do, that's the way it was meant to happen. Don't sweat it. Everything's planned out. The universe will work a certain way. There's a reason if you don't get a listing or you don't get a sale. Don't fight it. Wish them well. Get rid of it. Move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't say nobody's helping me. The team leader's not helping me. Nobody's giving me leads, this and that. That's exactly what you're going to get. Go out and be proactive. Don't be reactive. Okay? Be flexible and responsible. We talked about that. Return calls. You guys, I called 2 of my luxury agent friends, one in Beverly Hills and one in Phoenix. Now, I have great rapport with them, and I don't think they're mad at me, but neither of them called me back in a week and a half. So here's my second message. And Gail loves this because we're East Coast. I can't help it. This is just my nature. So I called one of them yesterday, got their answering service again. I said, yeah, hey, it's Pete again, down in La Jolla. Yeah, I'm selling all the luxury real estate. I had a client of mine who has a $12 million house up in Beverly Hills, and I was gonna refer it to you, but you didn't call me back, so I had to give it to somebody else. Full disclosure, I didn't have a $12 million listing, but I thought it was hilarious. Right? They called me back in 9 minutes. I said, no, it's already gone, right? You gotta have fun. Real estate's about having fun, you guys. Once it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Life is short, okay? Knowledge is power. Always keep educating yourself. I've never stopped educating myself. When Val and Gail were talking, I was taking all types of notes in the back. And I take mental notes, you guys, because everything is sound bites. One of the guys I worked with, he's been in real estate 45 years from Texas, Patrick Alexander, most patient guy I ever met in my life. But I remember 19 years ago, he was on the phone near me, and you guys can use this, another nugget. And he was talking to someone, and the guy said, yeah, I just can't buy that house. I don't think it's worth what you're telling me. You're telling me it's a good opportunity. I'm just not gonna do it. Pat didn't miss a beat. Pat said, really? He's got this, I'm gonna do his Texas slang. He said, really, you're not gonna buy that house? And the guy said, no, I'm not. You know, I think it's overpriced. I don't think you know what you're doing. Pat didn't take it personally. This is business. Pat said, really? So can you give me the name of one of your friends who'd like to take advantage of this opportunity? And then I could hear the guy on speaker. The guy said, excuse me? He said, one of your friends would love to take advantage of this opportunity. Can you give me their name and number? I'm going to call them right now because they should be buying this. You know what the guy said? Can I look at it at 5? Because here's the deal. When you do the takeaway, the friends never want to hear it. I don't want Gail to call me every year and say, God, I can't believe you didn't see that opportunity, the one that I bought, the multifamily that's now making me $15,000 a month. And he came to you first and you turned it down. Thanks so much. It's painful, right? It's FOMO, fear of missing out. You have to create FOMO. You want to break into luxury? Create FOMO. You want to break into luxury? Be authentic. You want to break into luxury? Create urgency. I had a bet the other night with my team. Here's the bet. This is a true story. Just sitting around, it's okay. $5 million walk-ins and stuff, right? It's a tough gig. I said, why aren't you guys prospecting? Nobody answers their phone. Nobody gets back to me. Nobody returns my calls. I said, welcome to society. So nobody calls you back. No, I said, okay. Eddie V is on the line. Full dinner. Me against the 5 of you. I guarantee you I can get 5 people to call me back in the next 10 minutes. They don't call me back, I buy all of you dinner. If they do call me back, you guys buy me dinner, right? They all said, oh yeah, you're on. No chance. I said, not a problem. Had everything on speaker. First guy, bump. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's Pete. Hey, I found an unbelievable opportunity to retire off of. You got to call me right away. Clink. Next call. Hey, it's Pete. I just came across this opportunity that just fell out. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars below market. I think you can buy it. We can turn around and you make a shitload of money. Call me. The whole time. So I had 5 calls. You know what they said? You never left your number. I said, I don't need to. You guys, like clockwork. It was hilarious watching their face. Boom, 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 boom. All 5 people called me back. I said, what do you have? What's going on? Fear of missing out, creating urgency. I mean, if you saw how deflated they got, they were like, you gotta be shitting me. He walked out here for 3 minutes and got 5 people calling back. I said, yeah, you gotta go see it right away. It's not gonna be there. It's gonna be gone. Because people don't buy houses that nobody wants. People don't buy houses that nobody wants. Say that to somebody when they're doubting themselves. Understand their timelines. That's the key. But knowledge is power. Knowing the inventory. You can't sell what you don't see. It's not authentic. They'll read through that. Stop trying to sell people. Try to connect with people. Build a relationship. Be hyper-local. Be the professional. Be the specialist. There's certain key words: benefit, advantage, opportunity. 3 key words you should be using in every sentence. Hey, if I was able to find you a great opportunity that you can take advantage of and your family could benefit from it, are you interested? Please say, for the love of Christ, yes. That's it. And I get stinkers. I get people say, oh, don't ever call me again. And I say, what are you talking about? And I hang up. And then I call them back. I said, why did you hang up on me? And we got one guy said, I thought I told you never call me again. I said, but why did you hang up on me? I have an opportunity to make like 400 grand off. Do you want me to just cross you off the list? People want to be successful in life. I don't care, you guys, because here's the deal. I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm motivated by snow. I'm never going back and shoveling snow ever again. 16 to 18 times a year. It sucked. It was the worst thing ever. 6:30 in the morning, shoveling snow. And when you have motivation like that, you can conquer anything. It's all mindset, okay? Work social media. I'm not going to get into it too much. These guys went into it. Pay attention to details. Details matter. The devil's in the details. Don't call somebody and they say, oh, what's the size of the lot? I don't know. So why are you calling me? Can I put an ADU on it? How's it zoned? Know everything about it. And if you don't know, be honest. Say, you know something, that's a great question. I don't know. I don't want to give you the wrong answer. Let me call you right back. And that's it. And go find the answer. Stop talking and listen. Really listen. Don't listen to interrupt. Listen to see what their concerns are and how you can control the conversation and get them into action. You guys, if you just listen, they'll give you gold. They'll tell you everything. Just keep asking questions and listen. Don't talk. And if they say something that catches you off guard, what do we say? What do you mean? Oh, here's another one too. Why is that? That's what I say. Why is that? So somebody offered to do 3.5 professional fee? Wow. There must be a reduced service brokerage. Negative. Reduced service brokerage. Negative. Not a discount brokerage. Discounts are positive. Ladies, if there was a sale at Louis Vuitton and they said, for the one time in our life, we're going to discount all the bags, how many people would be there in the next 10 minutes? Everyone in this place. They don't discount. They're luxury. Change your vernacular. It's not commissions, people. It's professional fees. It's not a just listed. It's a new opportunity. Like Chris said so elegantly, I don't say just sold or sold. I say done deal. Right? Change up how you do things. Don't follow the herd. The herd went off to the slaughter, the herd went off the cliff, you'd follow them. Be the market, create your own market. Don't wait for it to come to you. There's so many ways to do markets. Everybody's waiting, sitting on their hands. And there's tons of people out there that don't know where this market's going. Educate them. Educate them on rates. Educate them on costs. Educate them on inventory, supply, hyperinflation, everything. I got one for you. How many people in this room think oil's at an all-time high? Not yet, right? But right now, today. Why don't you put out a Facebook post saying how high prices in oil is going to affect the ability for you to get top money on your property? Think anybody would call you? I think they would. Take a different approach. If you don't know what you're doing, partner with a luxury team. It doesn't mean you have to be on their team. You could go to somebody like Gail and buy her a bunch of drinks and say, hey, Gail, I have a luxury listing coming up that I'm going up against 3 other agents. Would you like to split it with me? I do that deal every day of the week. If I was the person who didn't have a luxury track record. Because how else are you going to get in, you guys? You're up against great white sharks. I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm saying that honestly. Okay? Network, network, network. Go to affluent things. Country clubs, nonprofits. Any high-end luxury premier, art, handbags, jewelry, events, boat, yacht clubs, anything like that. Go and get in those networks. Those people want to use the people they like, they trust, and they relate to. And you have to dress the right way. You have to talk the right way. You have to listen the right way. Okay? Look to new construction. There's not much of it going on. Call the new construction people and say, you know something? I'd like to show you how I work. I'm going to do the first one for free. And then work your ass off and sell it. They're not going to let you do it for free. They'll pay you something. But guess what? When that guy has the next subdivision with 20 luxury houses, how many people do they think go out of their way to market his properties and don't ask for anything? No one. He's going to say, this woman's a hustler. This guy's a hustler. He's hungry. That's the person I want to have represent my houses because they're going to get me top money. Okay? Deliver personalized customer experiences. We're in the service industry. You have to service your people. Advise them. Advise them, you guys. Drop things off. Get in front of them. Get belly to belly. I dropped off for Christmas to all my VIP clients a really nice bottle of champagne and a custom-made candle I had done. I'll let you in on this. How many people go to Costco? The package was all personalized. Cost me $50. I dropped it off, talked to her husband. You know what the husband had said to me? Hey, Pete, what do you think my house is worth? I said, that's a great question. What do you feel it's worth? Never give the price, you guys. It's a sucker's question. He said, it's got to be worth 6.5. I said, 6.5. What are you, crazy? He goes, lower? I said, I can get you 9 to 10 million all day long. He said, you kidding me? I said, no, all day long. He goes, why? I go, there's no inventory. You got a beautiful house. It's a great location. Next morning, his wife calls me. Hey, you around? I am for you. Right? She doesn't want to come and just have coffee, you guys. Guy doesn't walk on the lot unless he wants to buy something. Said, sure, come on in. She said, what's around? What would fit my needs? I said, well, let me ask you a few questions. What don't you like about your current house? Is it your dream house? She said, no. I hate the master closet. Women, big thing. No guy will understand that. Every guy sitting in the audience said, what the hell are you talking about? You sell the house because of the master closet? She hated the master closet because she didn't get to personally design it. She bought a semi-custom build that I sold her. She said, you got to be putting me on. He told me you could get 9, 10 million. I said, all day long. I said, you know what? Better than that, I mapped out a strategy for you guys that we're going to execute to a T. It's going to set up your family for life. Now, what am I doing? I'm getting on their side. I'm guiding them. I'm advising them. I'm not asking for their business. I'm doing the assumption close. She said, well, what would you do? I said, well, the inventory that's out there probably doesn't fit your needs, but I have a piece of land that we got to go see because the land's valuable. Land will go up a lot this year. She said, why? I showed her all the data. It's a true story. It's just happened. We drive up and we look at the land. My friend, who's the listing agent, comes right out and says, Pete's dynamite. He has you looking at this land. We go all through it. She said, what do you think? I negotiate the land. I sell it to him for 4.3 million. They said, what do we do with our house? It's going to take 2 years to build the house. I said, I got it all figured out. We're going to do an exclusive listing for 10 million, not on the MLS, doesn't disrupt you. I qualify everybody who goes in. I use all my connections to market the house. And guess what? You don't even have to move. That's the bonus, you guys. You have to always have a bonus. You got to have a hook. Because she's thinking, well, I don't want to move my kids. They're in high school. I'm not going to move to a rental. This is the dialogue between her and I. I said, I'll sell the house. We'll back out the rent for 2 years and somebody will buy it. Who's the buyer for that? Somebody tell me. Overseas is one. What else? Not everybody at once. It's Stephanie. You guys ever hear of a small thing called 1031s? You better start knowing it. How many tax cycles does somebody have to go through typically to satisfy a 1031? 2. How many tax cycles per year? 1. So if my public education is serving me, 2 tax cycles is 2 years. There's buyers out there for that product. Don't shut it down. You have to look for the angles. And you have to paint the picture in an easy way to do it so it doesn't threaten them. And we're listing their house for 10 million bucks. You know what the husband said to me confidentially? Somebody pays me 11, I'm leaving tonight. I'll go get a rental. These kids will figure it out. They're in high school, right? So everything's on the table right now. Deliver that personalized customer service, all right? Advise them. This is part of my listing presentation. This is the type of listing presentation you have to have in luxury. Because what goes in front of you and precedes you in the door is the feeling that they expect. Luxury is a state of mind. It's a feeling, you guys. If you don't believe me, go buy a Porsche. Go to Louis Vuitton. Go buy a boy bag, right? All these women are like, holy shit, how did you know that? Right? Because I bought one. Trust me, I had to know it. The guy said, you want a glass of champagne? I said, glass of champagne, get me the whole bottle. That's the price of it? He said, yeah, it's the best investment you can ever have. I said, remind me of that when I pay on my credit card, but take the bottle of champagne, smash me over the head. All right? But that's the truth. Look at percent of total US luxury listings by state. What's the top one? Surprise. Do you know why? Where are a lot of the affluent people moving to? They're along the coast, but they're now moving out of California. They're moving to Tennessee, Texas, Florida, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Arizona. I'll let you in on a little secret. I've been looking at all the data, and this is just my feeling. What do you feel is going to be the #1 market this year, 2022? Florida? Tennessee. You watch, Tennessee will go up 22 to 25%. It's not Austin, it's not Miami. They'll come close. They'll probably go Tennessee, the greater Nashville area, and then Tampa. Because people are going there, you guys, because they're non-tax states and they're looking at quality of life. That's what the affluent people are doing. Look at where the international buyers are coming from. You guys, this hasn't even started yet. We have wars going on. We have interest rates going up. We have people finally able to come in and fly. The Canadians couldn't come in for a year. My Australian friend just visited me. He couldn't travel for 2 years. And guess what? They all have money. And what's the crown jewel when you have money in inflationary times? US real estate. It's like gold. That's where they're coming from. And they're buying. And a lot of times they're buying without even seeing the houses. If you're not using Matterport, if you're not using Oculus, that's the new game. This is my branding. You don't see glamour shots. You don't see me licking an ice cream cone. You don't see me on a horse. You don't see me with my cell phone up. I'm not knocking anyone. You have to have a different type of style. So let me ask you this. Do affluent people have family attorneys? Do they have family doctors? Do they have estate planners? Do they have accountants? Do they have private bankers? Do any of those people have their picture on their cards? So why are you doing it opposite? Do what relates to them. Elevate it to a higher level. Trust me, they're going to remember who you are. They don't have to see your picture. These are luxury tools you need to do, or have, I'd say, to really break into luxury, build a business and benefit from it. Flash CMA. This is an appraisal-like evaluation. I don't think you guys have it at your MLS here. So walk across, because this is a fantastic building and the people are super nice, right? Walk across and tell them, hey, we want Flash CMA. It will provide an appraisal-like evaluation to the sellers. Nothing else comes close. It'll conquer Zillow. It'll conquer Redfin. It'll conquer Realtor. And it'll conquer the old-fashioned style. Price per square foot, you guys. You want me to defunct that right now real fast as we wind it down? You have two houses. Let's say in a weird type of world, the two houses are exactly the same. They have the same finishes, the same square footage, the same size lot. Can you use price per square foot? How about if one faces a dumpster and one faces dolphins? That defuncts it right there. Stop treating everything on a price per square foot. It's a roundabout way and a lazy way of giving an evaluation. You're doing your clients a disservice, because here's what's happening. They're dumping upgrades into their house and you're giving it no monetary value. And then you're coming in and saying, you know, it's not perfect science, but based on my ability to do this, the house is worth 3.5. That's all they heard. And when it sells for 3.1 or 3.2, maybe not in this market, they think you stole from them 300,000 out of their checking account. It's already in their checking account, you guys, just so you know. All right. The other tool is Intelligent Marketing Dashboard. So I did this with Curbox Media. You guys can take that down. He aligns all the videos, all the social media, and all the analytics. And this helps me when I go in for listings to beat out the competition. I never talk negative about the competition. Videos speak louder than words. And I show the quality of the videos and how we market. Yes, Curbox Media, Kerbox media.com. Talk to Bill, say Pete sent me. He'll only charge you triple. All right. Curbox Media, Kerbox media.com. Reach out to him. His name is Bill. This is my Bushido. I used to call it my why. I'm trying to elevate all my vernacular. A Bushido is the samurai way of explaining to somebody what your passion is, or why you do things, or what your purpose in life is. This is my purpose. My family, my dogs, this is what I do. And this is why I do it. All right, you have to remember that, but you got to find balance, you guys. If you call me after 6, you're not going to get me. I just say, hey, you've reached Pete. Love that you called me. If you're calling between 8:30 and 6, I'll return your call after my scheduled appointment. If it's after 6, in case of emergency, you can try to text me, but usually I'm refueling with my family or regenerating with my family, and I'll call you first thing tomorrow morning. That's it. Set boundaries. Otherwise, you're gonna fuel an imbalance in your life. I'm telling you right now, your business will go up. Your business will go up. Here's how you can partner with us. Middleton Team eXp Realty, Middleton Team on Facebook, LinkedIn, or you can find us under Pete Knows Real Estate. That's our old tag too. There's our Instagram. All right. Listen, guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for having me for my first experience in Sacramento. It's been great. If I can help.
Wow, that was great. What'd you guys think?
I think that was a great presentation.
This guy knows his stuff. I think he sold a few homes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead. Let me see. Stop sharing this. All right. So what did you guys take away? I want to hear some takeaways. I have a bunch, but this is not about me. This is about you guys. So let's go ahead and see what you guys took away from it.
More about how he asks questions, rather, kind of like when he follows up with two more questions, making it about them rather than about himself, because really trying to make that tailored to their experience, trying to figure out their needs.
Absolutely. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? We should ask more questions always. That was good. Anyone else?
Out the crowd.
Say that, Brent. Again.
Way to stand out in the crowd. Don't be like everyone else. Do your own thing and be unique. If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to come in handy when there's so much noise. How are you going to stand out? Even when you're making calls and prospecting, he doesn't just say the normal thing everyone else says. He says something to make it urgent and get their attention. So we need to be the same way with everything we do. I took a lot away from him, just his vocabulary, how he tweaked little words to not just be the same as everyone else. He wanted to elevate himself by using different language, that's a game changer in itself.
Professional fees, not commissions.
I love that.
That was a good one.
I love that. That was good. I didn't even write that one down.
What were some of the others that he said, Louis, since you're writing down? What were some of the others?
He said not a listing, but an opportunity.
Yeah, he said not just listed is the way that everyone said.
Opportunity.
New opportunity, yeah. Yeah.
And the done deal instead of just sold.
Done deal instead of just sold. Yeah, I didn't write that one down. I didn't have a chance. He talked so quick.
Louis, that was recorded. I came in late.
Yeah, that's on Brent Cove's YouTube channel. I also put the link to the video here in our chat section.
Okay.
So if you guys want to grab it, go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Chris asked if we have access to his listing presentation. We do have a listing presentation group in our Facebook workplace. So I'm gonna look and see if he has it posted there. If he does, I'll share it with everyone. If you guys don't get it, then I'll just share it here again next week on next Monday on the next meeting. So yeah, that was really good. If you guys didn't catch the beginning part of it, because this is our second week of watching his video, the first week was really good too. It was very inspirational, hearing where he came from and how he started.
And it's all on that YouTube channel.
Yeah, the link is here, and then there's a lot of great videos on Brent's channel, but that video in particular, I put the link for it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sarah asked the question, how can we get into the new construction market? Has anyone figured that out? How to get into the new construction market?
I haven't figured it out, but I have been peeking at new home builders associations and getting numbers from there and starting to make phone calls and see if I could get in on interviews with the engineering team.
That's great.
And contractors.
Yeah,
so
getting
that's
in
what I start to do, because there's a lot of new construction coming up around me, but they just been breaking ground and signs up, but nothing started.
Absolutely. Yeah. Getting around the right people, educating yourself, all those things are very important in order for you to get started working with builders. Now, one easy way to work with builders, guys, is not asking for the business, but actually providing opportunities for them. So if you know a builder needs more land or needs properties, go out there and find him the inventory, him or her the inventory. That way, when you do find them that opportunity for them to build on, they're going to be more likely to give you those listings back. So if you can't ask for the business because you haven't earned it yet, then go out there and earn the business. That way you can ask for it.
Right.
Yeah. Good. Let's see. Awesome presentation. Let people go, move on to the next client, be confident in the service you'll provide. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Cassandra. So some of the things I found here that I want to kind of just point out to you guys is, I think that everyone should have their own custom listing presentation. If you guys don't have one or don't even really know how to get started or where to get started, I'm telling you, go to the EXP workplace and type in listing presentation to the group. Let me just show you guys how easy it is. It's here, right? Yeah. Yeah, so just go here to your EXP workplace and type in listing presentation and join that group. there's 8,000 members there, so that it must be valuable. Like if I go in here and I search the group and I type in Middleton, let's see if I come up with Pete's. Nah, maybe not. I may have to message Pete Middleton directly to see if I can get that for you guys. But I'm sure you'll be able to find a lot of good listing presentations in here. The other day we just scrolled through for a little while, and there was a lot of good stuff in here. There was a lot of good stuff. So go ahead.
EXP actually have a good one,
Oh,
and
they
they
do?
what is that? The
Marketing center.
marketing center, and I just had my VA turn it to my brand colors.
Oh, there you go.
And I took out what I wanted and kept in what I wanted, but they had a language. They have everything we need.
Nice, I like it. Yeah, there's a bunch of examples here you guys can use. If you find the one that Tammy says, it's in the marketing section of our EXP Enterprise, and go ahead and use that. But I'm sure you'll find great ideas here as well. If you guys are impressed with Pete Middleton, you guys could always, friend request him on social media or even send him a direct message here. Let me see if we can find him. I don't know if I'm spelling his name right. Middleton.
Is he in Jersey?
He's no, he was originally from, I think, Boston or that Massachusetts
okay.
area, and then he moved to La Jolla, California. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
spelling his name right, but yeah, back to the point. So yeah, listen, everyone should have a good listing presentation, and if anyone does have one, I'd love to see them next Monday. If you don't have one, then prepare one this week. Make some time, carve out an hour or two, and create something that you can at least build off of. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not asking you for your final listing presentation you're going to use for the rest of your life, but you should definitely create something that you'll have ready. And believe it, even if you don't have listing appointments and you don't have any listings or anything right now, the funny way that the world works and life works is that if you prepare for something, that opportunity actually finds you. So prepare, and I guarantee you guys will be very happy for that. Creating FOMO, being authentic, and create urgency. That was really, really, really good. I liked how we spoke to people when he left messages. That was amazing. I tend to do that too when I get excited about a property. So for instance, if someone calls and says, "Hey, Louis, I got this property that just fell out of contract, and it's a really good deal. The seller's really desperate because they already bought another house and really motivated. Do you have any buyers?" And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, this sounds like a great opportunity. Then I'll call people very excited. You have to have that excitement when you call someone and let them know how important this is or what an opportunity they're getting. I recently just got an offer accepted on a house. Thank God. It's not easy nowadays, guys. You know how hard it is. And when people tend to get their offers accepted and they went out at like a highest and best when there's so much activity, they immediately say, "Oh my God, did we overpay?" That's the first thing that goes through their head. So the first thing I do as soon as I speak to someone when they get a property is I say to them, "You are very lucky to get this property because there's about 30 other offers on this home. And I just got a call from the listing agent, and she said that she's going absolutely nuts. And if you're not serious about the property, she has another buyer that's willing, ready, and able to step in. Not only that, but I do believe they've received over asking prices now, more than what you've offered. But since we have a signed contract, you're in good shape, but let's not miss any of the deadlines." Does that sound good? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because what I did there is I just created a sense of urgency for them. And I made it almost like, hey, you can lose this property still. And like, I'm reinforcing that they made a good decision, because if you don't tell them these things, they're very likely to get cold feet and say, "We changed our mind," or this or that, or this, the other, third. So always try to do that. That's worked for me. At least it's helped me mentally, knowing that I mentioned that to them. One thing that I heard that Pete said, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but he said he's motivated by not shoveling snow. Right. So I say this to everybody when I talk to them. I say, look, before you get started doing something that's difficult, before you get started doing something that you really don't enjoy doing, or it's scary, ask yourself, why is it that you're doing it? What is it that's motivating you? Why are you getting up in the morning to do this uncomfortable stuff? And for him, I guess it was not going back to Massachusetts. Maybe it was not disappointing his parents or looking like a failure to his parents, because he did travel across the country, probably against their will. Maybe he had a couple of different reasons why he was doing what he's doing, but what is your reason? Why are you doing the uncomfortable things? Why are you not working a 9 to 5 when your check is guaranteed and you're willing to go out there and really lay your ego on the line and not get a listing, or get a listing or get a buyer, and then they walk away from you and work with someone else. Like, why are you doing those things? And if your why is big enough, remind yourself of that why every day you wake up, whenever you pray, whenever you go out there and get a listing, and remind yourself, why is it that you're doing this and putting yourself through those things? Because something must be very important to you, for you to do the things that no one else is willing to do. That's important, very important. I like
I
what
like,
go ahead,
I really,
Sarah.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Lois. I like when he said, don't be a salesperson to your client, be a consultant.
Absolutely. I love that. Especially in the luxury space, because if you're treating them like a client, if you're treating them like a number, they pick up on that quick. If you're trying to close them, they pick up on a close too. They're most likely all very seasoned salespeople themselves, so they can pick up on that. Well, give me an example, Sarah.
For them to make a decision, let them make the final decision. Like he said, be educated, provide all the data, but then at the end, like, let them come up with the price, let them make their own decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Changing your language. We spoke about that. That's one of the things I wrote down. And then he gave a couple of tools that he used. Now, he didn't mention RPR. I don't know how different RPR and Flash CMA are. Does anyone have any experience of it? Has anyone ever heard of Flash CMA? I haven't either. So I'll probably do some research on it, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be very similar to RPR, because some of the things he mentioned, such as the upgrades, you can actually make those upgrades on RPR. And if you guys have never used RPR before to create a CMA, maybe we'll do that together on one of the next calls. Maybe next week we might be able to do that, just so you guys can see how to actually prepare a very professional looking appraisal like CMA with RPR. And if you guys don't even have RPR and don't know what RPR is, yeah, I think you should start there before we go anywhere else. And yeah, that's it. Those are my main takeaways. What do you guys? Do you guys have anything I missed? Anything you guys want to add?
I know he's saying Flash CMA, but I think it's according to your MLS that you have. Because for me, Georgia MLS and I have FMLS, we both have cloud CMAs, which is affiliate of Flash CMA. So it's part of your MLS.
Got it.
It should be a part of your MLS listing.
Do you have RPR?
No, I have
Linda?
no idea what those acronyms are.
Oh, you don't? Realtor's Property Resource. And actually, the reason why I say that is because that actually comes through having a membership with Realtor, with the National Board of Realtors, not even like our local board. Wow. Maybe it's not so national. Maybe I thought it was national and it's not. But I know I have it in Florida and I have it in Jersey, and everywhere that I've searched properties for on RPR, they pop up. So like if I look in California, if I look in Montana, Texas, they all seem to pop up. Strange. Very weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Good. All right. So we are pretty much on time. Thank you guys for being here today. I know that these Monday mornings, like I always say, it's a critical time of the week for you to get started, get your mind right, get your head right. And it couldn't be more important for you guys to show up to these. And if you have other people who you want to also educate, and maybe you have some team members or people you want to bring to the team, invite them, bring them here. Every Monday morning, we're here, guys, like clockwork, unless it's a major holiday, but we're here. Now, next Monday is Memorial Day, right? Next Monday is Memorial Day. I'm not
Yes.
I'm not 100% sure yet if we're going to be here next Monday. I'm going to see what I have on my agenda as far as with my kids and stuff. I will let you know if anyone wants to join. I'll come on. I'll come on. If you guys have things going on, I totally understand. But let's go ahead and just close out with our prayer this week. I appreciate everyone being here, like I said earlier. All right, Father, we thank you so much for having us here, Father, allowing us to learn from Pete Middleton's story and getting the motivation and inspiration, Father, that I know we all need sometimes. Our Lord, we thank you and we appreciate the knowledge that we've all shared with each other. We ask you to forgive us for anything that it does not serve us, Father, that we've committed in our lives, that we've obviously as sinners, Father, we don't even feel it sometimes, but we ask you for forgiveness so we can move on, become better versions of ourselves every day. My Lord, we ask you for health, and we also ask you to protect the people around us and our loved ones who really need it, and the people out there who really need some spiritual guidance, Father, to allow them to live the best life that they possibly can. Father, always allow us to serve you and to work your will into our lives. And we ask you to bring us here safe and sound the next time we meet. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Amen. Thank you.
No worries. Have an amazing day.
Have a
Take
good
care.
day.
Thank you.